I was getting worried you would never open those eyes. How were you feeling? Don't shout. You're safe and sound. And warm. You weren't built for the cold now, were you? I can tell. You were lying face down in the snow in my garden. I assume you were trying to make it to the door, yes? Well, I'm afraid you didn't have it in you. A shame. Thankfully, my guards found you, or else you would have been buried deep in the snow within the hour. Ah, yes. Speaking of guards, they brought in your pack. A bit heavy, isn't it? I didn't bother to look through, but I'm guessing you're traveling. Quite the day to travel. This storm isn't supposed to let up either. What was your plan? Or did you not have one? I see. Trekking through the mountain path during a snowstorm is hardly a good idea. And there's certainly no place for you to rest safely. What was your thought process there? Yes, because pure willpower always works, right? Come, don't give me that look. I only jest. Try and lighten up a bit if you can. I hate seeing a bitter face. Well, considering you're in my home, yes, I would say I'm allowed to make such a statement. That's right. My castle. The one you're currently in. You're welcome, by the way. My, feisty one. I wouldn't have thought you to have the energy to do so. Well, then since you're clearly feeling better, you can take your bag and head back out. Though I wouldn't get too bold. It's getting awfully dark, and the wolves are rather rambunctious with the moon so bright. I could always offer you a room for the night, though you don't seem like you want to be here another minute, so I won't keep you. Have fun on your little adventure. Oh? You'd like some? Of course. Where are my manners? You'll need all the warmth you can get with the wind blowing so strongly. There we go. Drink up. It's elderberry and chamomile. A wonderful tea for rest. You're right. You certainly won't be doing much of that. Perhaps I can find you another tea. I hate to find you again 20 yards from here in the morning. Oh, is a warm bed beginning to sound more forgiving than the wind? I think I could part with a spare room for a night, as long as you're willing to part with something as well. Oh, come now. Nothing in this world is free. Do you think I got this castle by giving things away? Precisely. That would just be bad business. Now surely you have something for me in that little bag of yours? Admirable, really. Unfortunately, I don't accept silver for payment. Let's try again. Perhaps something a bit more precious? Ah, there we go. So you finally caught on. Smart little thing you are. What gave it away? The teeth will often do that, I'm afraid. Fear not, I'm well fed. No blood-drenched, ravenous nonsense here. I'm a woman of manners and dignity. That being said, bringing a drink to someone's home when you visit is never frowned upon. I couldn't help but catch a smell of your scent when you were dragged in. The determination, the fear, 'twas palpable, enticing even. And if you have nothing else to trade, why not? It's not like I'll take it all. Just a glass will do. Just enough to taste. Do you truly not trust me? You must remember I saved you earlier. If not for my guards, you would have been covered in a foot of snow or more by now. What would be the point in going through all of that effort just to kill you the same night? Precisely. I was simply doing a good deed. And to be honest, it would look rather tacky to leave bodies around my front yard, don't you think? Now, what do you say? A glass of blood for a nice, warm bed, a fireplace to lay by, a glass or two of tea. And if you ask nicely, I might even have my girls make you some stew. Humans love stew, don't they? Yes, there we are. Good, good. Don't you just love when negotiations go according to plan? All right. We can skip the theatrics. Give me your wrist. Oh? What? You'd prefer the blood drawing that they tell in stories? Oh, all of that neck craning looks awfully uncomfortable. And I must note, all of that travelling has given you a rather pungent odour. I can't say I'm too fond of it. Your wrist will heal all the same, and you can look the other way if you're that squeamish. It only hurts for a moment. Close your eyes tight and breathe. Delightful. Like an aged wine. Earthy, with a twinge of sweet at the end. What a delight. And not so much as a wiggle from you. Very good. Your tolerance for pain must be relatively high. Thank goodness. I'm unsure how I would handle a bout of yelling at this hour. Here, allow me to wrap that up for you. Give it here. marks will heal in no more than 3 days, but for tonight you may grow a bit tired. Why don't I show you to your room? It's just down the hall, dear. You can make it that far, right? All right. The couch may be your next best option. I'll have the guards fetch you blankets. Bring me bedding for our guest. I'll be sure to move your tea to the side table as well. For now, let's get you up and sat on the couch. There we are. How is that? Good. Lay down. There we are. Pillows are just beside you. There we are. Much better, isn't it? And this will keep you nice and warm. May have taken too much of your blood. Usually people don't get this tired this fast. I suppose you did have an abnormally strenuous day. Well, you're warm, you're safe, and you can fall right asleep. You'd like if I could stay a bit longer? And do what exactly? I'm no nanny, you know. Just keep you company? I was going to stay sat here for a while anyway. No harm done. You know, you're lying where I usually sit. I sit there for a reason. It's comfortable, right? It's been my favorite ever since I could remember. No. This couch wasn't always mine. It belonged to the lord who once lived here. I killed him, of course. He was a bastard. Missed by no one, not even his own men. He smelt of mildew, too. Thankfully, you don't smell nearly as bad. Though, even if you did, I can say you're much nicer to deal with than he was. Oh, he was a wretched man. He turned me against my will and kept me trapped here for ages. It wasn't for at least 100 years that I grew strong enough to take his place by force. Decades of playing along, groveling. Of course, sir. Yes, sir. Letting him do what he pleased. But that's all over, thankfully. Now I have a warm home, attendants, more resources than I know what to do with. And now, a guest. It's been some time since someone has wandered in, let alone someone pleasant. They aren't exactly one for conversation, but I suppose that's my fault for draining through their tiny reserve of energy. I hope you know that wasn't intentional. I know, but I feel I should apologize regardless. Not that you could truly accept. Your eyes are closed most of the way, aren't they? Yeah. Might as well get you to finish the job. I won't stay too long. So rest easily. Alright? It's a bit cruel of me to expect an answer. Sleep well. I'm sure I'll see you. Come the morning. Just don't open any curtains. That would cause quite the dilemma. Sunlight. Why else would the curtains be so thick? I'm only joking. We have measures in place, just in case that sort of thing happens, but it won't. I'm sure you won't. If not, I might have to take another glass from you. Oh, I only tease. You get your rest. I know for certain you need it. Through all of your hardships on your journey, still like feathers, your hair lies delicate along your scalp. Beautiful, really. If not for that ratty hat, you might get a compliment on it. I'm sure you don't wear it all the time. It's beautiful. Perhaps tomorrow we can wash it, comb through it. It would feel divine. We shall see how you feel. I do have a feeling you'll be resting very late. That's alright. I'm just picturing you piled with a foot of snow over you. Just a measly hand sticking out from the ground. My cards dragging you in was quite the sight. It was a bit of a lazy day, so I was expecting nothing to happen. But then you were dragged in, and well, now I have you on my couch. Silly how things like that turn out. Finally. With you in the morning. So until then, make sure you stay bundled up. Maybe then the red on your nose will disappear. Have a good